Russell Westbrook said, look, we never connected him and Vogel. And it is incumbent upon the coach, even though you might not want that player, you still need that player to help you. And I wonder if Vogel used Russell Westbrook the correct way or to maximize Russell Westbrook.
Dan, listen, Russell, one of my favorite players ever to watch. I used to say all the time how I found it borderline inspiring how hard he went every game. I think that's a huge part of sports. And I thought he was a guy, if you have kids growing up playing, it's like, hey, watch this guy. You can't tell what quarter it is, what game it is. He's given his all out. But Russell Westbrook, to me, is in denial. And his press conference yesterday showed it. And I don't think there is a proper way to use it. So I'm going to use a quick story and an analogy and follow me on it. You've heard the old anecdote about if a parent finds their kid smoking. So they're like, you're going to smoke this pack of cigarettes and you're never going to want to smoke again. And sometimes that works, and sometimes the kid gets addicted, right? So I had something similar happen to me when I was young, playing my dad in pool. I maybe have told you the story, I'm not sure. Playing him in 9-ball, couple dollars on the 5, $5 on the 9, and I am crushing him. Like, my dad stinks at pool. So he's like, you got to let me chance to get my money back. Like, okay, raise the stakes, whatever. You're awful at this. He won $111 from me, Dan. I was 12 years old. He made me pay it back over the course of 18 months. And he thought, here's the reason I'm telling the story. He thought the lesson I was learning was don't gamble. The lesson I took from it was, my God, if you're good at gambling, you can make a lot of money, and such is my life. So here's why I tell that story. I think the 2017 season for Russell Westbrook was that pack of cigarettes moment, that pool game, and he took the wrong lesson. 2017, scoring title, MVP, triple-double, in the playoffs, had a 50-point triple-double that they lost. Games 2, 3, 4, 5 of the playoffs, they lost 3 of 4. He averaged 41, 12, and 12. That was a fork-in-the-road moment, first year without Durant, where he could have learned, wow, I led the league in scoring. I averaged a triple-double. I averaged 40 a game in the postseason, and we stunk. I need to adjust. The lesson he took from it was, this is fun and awesome, and I guess my teammates got to figure out how to pick up the slack. And he's now has a half decade of these great numbers prior to this year, no success, and won't learn from it. So my buddy Broussard, who I host the show with, Dan, he's been bringing up Iverson. And Iverson in 2008, Dan, was 26 points a game, all-star, led the league in minutes, played all 82 games. That was 2008. Iverson in 2010 was in Turkey. It can go quick, man. And I worry about that for Russ.
And I can't change him at 34.
No.
He's not somebody who can adapt like Kevin Love did with the Cavaliers, Chris Bosh did with the Miami Heat. His
like Melo did.
Yeah.
How about Melo with the Blazers?
Yeah.
After laughing about coming off the bench was valuable for them. And he didn't even really have to adapt his game. It's not like Melo's like, I'm going to be a lockdown defender. Melo's game was the same, but he accepted a different role. I don't think Russ is willing to do that. It's really worrying for him.
And Andre Iguodala, he was not at the level at Russ, but he understood his role and really embraced that. I mean, he went from being a scorer to a defensive-minded player, defensive stopper there. I just think with all that athleticism, I should get more out of Russ. It's just, I think because he has all that athleticism, I get less because he still tries to do more. I would never let him take a jumper. I would say, take it to the hoop and play great defense. Use that athleticism. Go to the boards. Do the smaller things, not taking 15, 18-foot jumpers.
And listen, I think that's what LeBron thought. I think LeBron thought, I'll be able to get my arms around him, and we'll get the good of Russ, which is the fearlessness, the availability, which he should get credit for, the one Laker that was available all year, and not get the bad part. But it was almost nothing but the bad part this year.